up, nieces and nephews? Welcome back to the Uncle Bogator Show. So for once, we're not starting like leaving the neighborhood. Just spice it up a little bit. Big excitement and adventure. Today we are headed over to Longwood, Florida, which is a place that if I've been to it, I don't remember it. My buddy Kenny Quest and friend Pedro Wonder of Portugal are hosting an event, a toy drive in conjunction with USO and JMP Cycle. So we're going to go over to support that. They are doing a group ride at 11:15. It's about an hour from now. I'm not the biggest fan of group rides, so we're casually having breakfast here locally and going to head over and catch the after party after the ride. But I haven't talked about this spot. It's called Big Rig 2. It's right down the road from the house. This is like your standard Southern country diner. Really, really good. So without further ado, we will see you on the road.
All right, boys. That's going to wrap up the old Big Rig 2. It's a popular little spot for the thriving metropolis of DeLand, Florida. God, it's still so nice being in a small town. We were talking about that last night. It was a Christmas parade last night. And I don't know how many towns do that anymore, but we do. And it's nice. Yeah, I don't know much about Longwood, Florida, but I was hoping that going down there would put us on some new back roads that we haven't been on before, but it doesn't look like that's the case. We're just going to be taking Highway 17 down, which is going to put us through Orange City, DeBerry, I guess if you're going to say DeLand, DeLeon Springs, DeBerry. But it'll be nice. It's a low 60s. I tell you what, man, for you guys that are here for it, for the constant Florida winter weather updates, it was like 32 degrees last week in the morning. I know it's colder places, like you guys are in the negatives or single digits, but 32 is cold no matter where you are. It's just a different degree of cold, you know, especially for us, because what do we have? We either have a flannel or an overblown leather jacket. There's no like in between. So poor Bo Mama, she's not my skin and bones back there.
And I freeze when it's 70, so.
Oh yeah, Today the high is supposed to be 70. She was debating on wearing leathers today. It's like, okay. 70. For 70s, like, that's prime motorcycle ride weather right there. Our bikes are dirty. Our cars are dirty. Our thoughts are dirty. Oh, an Altima in front of us burning oil. I'm surprised.
Yes, that was so bad.
You know, so in 2008, I had an Altima about this year, but a 2006 Altima. I thought they were nice cars back then. They've become like this meme. The Altima is like the Dodge truck of sedans.
Listen, you got to get to the right side of it, though, so you can see the front.
Oh, okay. Let's go. This is prime Altima content right here. You got an Altima channel? This guy does not want me to pass it. Yeah, I had a 3.5 SC on my Altima. Alright, I'm trying to see the front of your car, dude. I'm not trying to race you. Well, if you don't have an Altima in that shape right there, do you really have an Altima?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Good Lord, this guy. I mean, we have whatever car you have, but if that was a Geo Metro all f***ed up in the front, they'd be like, oh, that guy had a crash. But that's an Altima. It's like they come from the factory like a ticking time bomb. And it looks like that one's time ran out. Hey, a couple of you guys commented on that barbecue thing that I recorded just before Thanksgiving. And I appreciate that. One of the guys said Steve Ration was like the Bob Ross barbecue. I didn't know. It's the only time I've ever heard of the guy. I bought 2 books. I bought the one called Ribs. And I bought another one just called Barbecue Bible or something like that. The funny thing about the Barbecue Bible is I've never done anything. I've had both these books since like 2007, 8, something like that. Never done anything but that one rib recipe. I probably should look into whatever else he's got in there, especially since I know he's pretty highly regarded. But the brisket turned out fucking perfect. I was able to keep the temperature. It's so perfect. It was right there. It was in between 225, 240, exactly where I want to keep it. It was a 9.99 pound competition brisket, and I started it, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning, and we were eating by 7:30. I pulled it off the smoke at 5:30, and let it rest for a couple hours, wrapped up in the microwave. And oh, buddy, let me tell you. Anyway, they were so much better. So, like I said in the last video, if you didn't catch it, I just started smoking meat last year, so it's barely over a year ago, like 13 months ago. Some of y'all out there have been smoking meat your whole life, you know what I'm saying? So the first 2 briskets I made, both were good, and I did them with post oak. Okay, and I noticed after making several chickens, I know chicken and beef are 2 different things, obviously. I smoked some chickens with pecan. I'm like, man, I really like this flavor. And I kind of looked it up, and people are out there doing brisket with pecan. This is the brisket blog, I guess. So I said, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this with pecan and see how I like it. Let me tell you, buddy, if you have never smoked a brisket with pecan, I don't know how popular that is for a brisket choice for you guys out there. Hey, that, man, even my kids, I mean, Bo Mama doesn't really care for smoked meat that much. But she humored me, and she had 1 slice of brisket. 1 single slice of brisket. I was so heartbroken. I ended up throwing some away, because after 5 days of being in the fridge, and I would cut off slices for breakfast, I'd have them as a side for lunch. It just wasn't any room for it. So now the ribs, on the other hand, I was trying something different. That's the smoker I have is a grill as well, but it's got a lot more volume than my last one, so I couldn't really get the temperature where I wanted it. Ended up being about 325, and somebody out there said, hey, I smoke it. My ribs between 275 and 300. I mean, I haven't been doing it very long. It just sounds like a high temperature for smoking. I guess the difference between what you're doing with smoking, what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to cook those ribs without using wood. So just because that's where obviously the smoke flavor comes from. Unfortunately, because of the volume of my grill / smoker, I just couldn't get the charcoal. I used the firebox on the side, so that was another learning lesson. I should probably use charcoal directly inside, but I couldn't get it hot enough to where I wanted it at 350, so I ended up having to use wood. It had a slightly smoky flavor, but you stay back there. I don't want you anywhere near me.
Shut up.
I hate when I look over and there you are. Oh, fuck, you ruined it. Whatever, I like looking at you always. Anyway, that's enough of the Uncle Bogator weather report and brisket updates. We're going to head on up to this event. I hope you guys like it. A lot of you guys that are watching me are old fucks, so I know you like talking about weather and meat. So we just tackle both of those. We'll get up here to this USO event, say hi to some friends, and yeah, we'll see you up there.
All right, boys, here we are. It's actually a much bigger turnout than I thought it was going to be. This is pretty freaking good. I guess they're all still on the ride right now. It's not supposed to end until about 12:30. We're at 12:15. You guys know how rides are. That was scheduled for 12:30, so that means somewhere between 1:30 and 2, everybody be rolling back in here. Let me show you guys something. Look, come on.
Really?
No, you don't see these out in the wild too much. Now, I'm gonna look this up and know before I put this video out, but this is either Crossbones or Babel. I don't remember. But true bobber and chopper style from back in the day, back when all the craze. I dig them. I don't think I'd ever go out of my way to find one, but it's kind of cool to see them out in the wild there. Town, Longwood, Florida, historic downtown, I guess. Maybe. We're gonna grab some cold beers. we were waiting for a quiet moment. There's two bands going. This is the first bar I've ever been to with a main stage and a side stage inside of there. You can hear the side stage band playing, I have no idea what they're doing. But we got Kenny Quest, one of the main organizers for this night. It's a really good event, dude.
Thank you.
Yep, dig it. So we got the USO, we got Dolly with the 75-year-old with it's great.
Have they seen Dolly yet?
I'm gonna try to get a picture with her.
We'll make that happen.
But, yeah, we're gonna make that. Listen, all I gotta say is each their own, but you go, girl. You know what I'm saying? She's guilty. I'll get the picture. Even Bull Mama was like,
Damn!
like, hubba, you know, whatever. But so we might have a plan. This isn't where I was going to talk about this. We might now have a plan for the Yellow Dyna. We came all the way to Longwood, Florida, and we talked to Pedro, the Wanderer. You talk to the guy, like Kenny said. As soon as you talk to the guy, he's like, "Let me show you this band." I'm gonna trade the dyno. I'm gonna find somebody to give me a band. So we're calling Pedro now the band. Get it? Man, the myth. Well, anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna get a band. We're gonna give out free candy and everything, man. It's gonna be great.
First there's the van, and then comes the chopper that goes inside the van.
That's right. So it's a step up process. So we'll get there. Anyway, I just told Bull Mama I'm tired of carrying this camera around my shoulder. I'm gonna put it up. The event's been great. We've had a couple cold beverages, so we'll see you guys on the road.
All right, boys, that's going to do it for the, what is this called? The historic bar or something? I don't know. It doesn't matter. That was a good event, man. I'm glad we came out. What about you, baby?
Yeah, it was fun.
She's been over there, like, her bike started for like 10 minutes, and she looked at me and she, like, shrugs, like, come on,
What?
Oh, man, breathing this out of my helmet, it smells like cilantro and onions.
Yeah, that's your breath. That's not your helmet. I'm pretty sure she said, "Hey, I'm not trying to take over your man. I got my own man."
Yeah, there was this chick totally trying to get at me, you know, because who wouldn't, right? She's like, "Oh, I'm not worried. Ain't nobody trying to steal this motherfucker."
Shut the fuck up.
That's what she meant. Yeah, we had some tacos back there at this other taco shop. We always get taco truck tacos, and those were pretty good too. Our mouths were on fire though. Whatever that orange set your soul on fire sauce they had in there. Holy
God,
crap!
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It tastes like, so it's more than habanero. I don't know what the hell they use. Ghost peppers. I don't know. So if it was habaneros, it was like demon habanero. I don't know. It was bad. Not bad, but hot, I guess. But I do want to talk a little bit about this van thing. So she and I have kind of been floating around the idea of a van anyway. Not like, okay, I know there's like Life on the Blacktop, those guys. I'll return it here. No, not right here. Here. I'm not talking about like the ones with the nice Sprinter vans. No, I'm talking about a free candy van. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
A pedo van.
A what?
Pedo van.
A pedo van. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know if I can say that on YouTube. We're just going to say it's a free candy van, okay? She's talking about a pedicure, okay? It's a van, it's a mobile pedicure shop. That's what she means by pedicure.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? You got a lot of you guys are into feet. That's exactly what she's talking about. Nothing else.
The fish eating all the dry skin off.
I would love to try that, actually. Anyway, so we floated that idea out a couple years ago. We don't discuss anything. Sometimes we have an idea. It's like, hey, you want to do this? Like, yep. And we do it or we don't, right? It's just kind of how we've been since we've been married. Life's short, right? You either fucking do it or don't. But now that we've talked to Pedro a little bit more, and I've been thinking about this Yellow Dyna, which I love the Yellow Dyna, but I think this thing's got to have a higher purpose, right? I feel like it's a chosen disciple of something undefined, and I think the Yellow Dyna's purpose, this divine purpose, is as a bargaining chip for what Pedro called a boogie van. So you guys are going to have to follow along with that. A lot of you guys might not be into van content. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not into van content either yet. But we're going to see what that looks like as we dive into it. And maybe this doesn't work out. Maybe I put this Dyna up for trade and nobody wants it, right? But we're gonna explore that route. And if nobody wants to trade, then I'll sell the Dyna and buy a van. What I do have to worry about is, like I said last year, I've iterated before, we are renters, but we live in a pretty strict HOA. Typical shit like you can't have advertisements on your vehicles or whatever, but there's also a very vague little rule in there. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, that's why I don't live in an HOA. Okay, I get it. We didn't live in an HOA in Tampa. It was nice, but it's a nice neighborhood, and there is a little vague clause that says it can't be unsightly. I don't know what unsightly means. It's very generic. It sounds like a catch-all term, right? Like if whatever old curmudgeon walks by and says, you know what? I don't like the look of this guy's shaggin' wagon. I'm turning him into the HOA police. And then I get arrested and I'm in HOA jail. It's just a whole big scene I don't want to cause. You guys like this First Manufacturing vest? I don't wear it all the time. In the summer, it's just too hot to wear. I don't like wearing vests in the summer. And when it's really cold, I'll put on a leather. But this is perfect weather for this. Plenty of storage. It looks good. It feels good. My arms might be cold, but my chest ain't. That's for damn sure. And yes, this is a little bit of an advertisement. You know, last time I put a little ad in, somebody's like, corporate sellout. Yes, I like the product. There's not anything so far that I have put on the channel in terms of like sponsorships or whatever that I don't either agree with or enjoy. I love First Manufacturing. You can get 25% off your order at firstmanufacturing.com/ it's either Bogator or Off Bogator. I don't know. I'll put the link up here, but 25%, and I make a little money off of that. Not much. Oh, was it 5%? Either way, you get 25% off. I get 5%. So they're taking a 30% cut. Not bad. Not bad at all. Baby? I've been stealing the show up here. Everybody watches this channel for Uncle Bo Mama. What you got?
No, nothing. Just along for the ride.
That's what she said. You look good, baby. All right, we're going to head down the road. Head over into DeLand. Right next door to Pound Town. Hit up the in-between for some Diet Cokes and some waters. Yeah, we'll see you guys in a little while.
All right, y'all. That's going to wrap this video up. We had a great time. This was now a few days ago. We went over to that event, and I've spent a lot of this week. My Dyna is now listed. It's over there somewhere. Dyna is now listed on Marketplace. It is for sale or for trade. I've only had one guy hit me up so far. It's been listed for about 3 days now, and they offered me a 1973 Chevy C10, which cool truck. Not what I'm looking for. So let me know what you guys think about doing the old trade or buying a van or whatever. I don't need the other extra bike. It's just kind of here, and I got some content out of it. I love riding it. It's something to work on, and I think I've moved past it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for coming along for this video and all videos. And until next time, we'll see you later.